Have you ever questioned the role and importance of high courts in the largest democracy of the world, India? In the intricate web of the judiciary, the high courts play a pivotal role. They are the guardians of justice, the torchbearers of the rule of law, and the custodians of the constitution, ensuring that its principles are upheld across the vast and diverse nation that is India. The high courts are the principal civil courts of original jurisdiction in the state. Besides, they also act as courts of appeal. Their decisions have a profound impact on the lives of millions, shaping the legal landscape of the country. They are the second highest courts in the hierarchy of the Indian judiciary, right after the Supreme Court. In essence, the high courts stand as a bulwark against any infringement of our rights, ensuring the smooth functioning of our democracy. Come, join us on this journey as we unravel the intricacies of the Indian judiciary. Let's delve into the history and evolution of high courts in India, starting from the establishment of the first high court. The journey of high courts in India began during the British era. As we delve into history, we find ourselves in the year 1862. This was the time when the British Parliament passed the High Courts Act, and the first High Court in India was established in Calcutta. The establishment of the High Court was not an impromptu decision. Rather, it was a calculated move by the British to streamline the judicial system in India, which was then a part of the British Empire. The British authorities were grappling with an array of legal systems, each with its own set of rules and procedures. The need for a unified judicial system was felt strongly, and this need led to the birth of the Calcutta High Court. The High Court was vested with significant powers and responsibilities. It was tasked with hearing appeals from lower courts and had the authority to issue directions, rules, orders, and writs. The High Court was also empowered to interpret the laws and the Constitution, a power that it retains till this day. However, the road to the establishment of the High Court was not smooth. There were challenges that needed to be overcome. The biggest challenge was the integration of various legal systems into a unified whole. This was a mammoth task that required considerable effort and time. Furthermore, there was resistance from some quarters who were not comfortable with the idea of a centralized judicial system. Despite these challenges, the Calcutta High Court was established, and its establishment marked the beginning of a new era in the Indian judiciary. The High Court became a symbol of justice and fairness. It played a crucial role in administering justice and upholding the rule of law. The establishment of the Calcutta High Court was not just a historical event. It was a transformative moment that changed the landscape of the Indian judiciary. It laid the foundation for a judicial system that is robust, independent, and committed to the principles of justice and fairness. The establishment of the Calcutta High Court marked the beginning of a new era in the Indian judiciary. The establishment of the first High Court was not the end, but just the beginning. With the establishment of the Calcutta High Court in 1862, a foundation was laid for a robust judicial system in India. Yet, the story of high courts in India didn't stop there. In the same year, two more high courts were founded, one in Bombay and another in Madras, creating a trifecta of judicial powerhouses. These courts were established under the Indian High Courts Act of 1861, marking a significant shift in the approach to justice in colonial India. The expansion of high courts did not occur overnight. It was a gradual process that spanned decades. The early 20th century saw the establishment of high courts in Allahabad and Patna, followed by the creation of several others in the years leading up to India's independence. The momentum of expansion, however, truly picked up after India's independence in 1947. The newly formed democratic nation, driven by the vision of justice, equality, and liberty, recognized the need for a comprehensive judicial system. As a result, the geographical reach of high courts expanded, reaching even the remotest corners of the country. The expansion was not merely geographical, it was also functional. Over the years, the jurisdiction and powers of high courts expanded, adapting to the evolving legal and social landscapes of the country. The high courts took on more complex roles, dealing with cases of immense significance and setting precedents that would shape the future of Indian judiciary. Today, the Indian judicial map is dotted with 25 high courts, each playing a pivotal role in the administration of justice in their respective states. Every high court, with its unique blend of challenges and contexts, contributes to the collective pursuit of justice in India. This expansion and evolution is a testament to the adaptability of the Indian judiciary. It showcases the commitment to uphold the rule of law and protect the rights and liberties of every citizen. Today, there are 25 high courts in India, each playing a crucial role in its respective state. This evolution and expansion of high courts underscore their indispensable role in the Indian judicial system, a role that continues to evolve and expand even today. High courts are not just pillars of justice, but also interpreters and guardians of the Constitution. Now, let's delve into the multifaceted roles and functions of high courts. The first one that comes to mind is their original jurisdiction. This refers to the authority of a high court to hear a case for the first time, rather than on appeal. In India, high courts exercise original jurisdiction over civil and criminal matters within their territorial jurisdiction. Next up is appellate jurisdiction, which is the authority of a court to review, amend, and overturn decisions of lower courts. The high courts have appellate jurisdiction over decisions from district courts and tribunals within their territory. This ensures that the law is applied consistently and fairly across all levels of the judiciary. But the high courts don't just oversee lower courts, they also have supervisory jurisdiction. This means they have the authority to examine the records of lower courts within their jurisdiction. They can correct errors or set aside unlawful or unjust orders or judgments. This jurisdiction extends to all courts and tribunals functioning within their territorial limits, reinforcing the rule of law and maintaining judicial discipline. Lastly, let's talk about the power of judicial review. This is a crucial function that allows high courts to examine the constitutionality of legislative acts and executive orders. If a law or order is found to be in violation of the Constitution, the high courts can declare it null and void. This is a key safeguard to protect citizens' rights and uphold the supremacy of the Constitution. In essence, these roles and functions of the high courts work in harmony to ensure justice is served, rights are protected, and the Constitution is upheld. They are the key players in maintaining the balance of power and ensuring that every citizen is treated fairly under the law. The high courts, with their wide range of powers, serve as the protector of rights and upholder of the Constitution. High courts have played a significant role in shaping the Indian democracy. Let's delve into the impact and importance of high courts, starting with some landmark judgments. One such groundbreaking judgment was the Shah Bano case by the Madhya Pradesh High Court in 1985. It ruled in favor of providing maintenance to a divorced Muslim woman, going beyond the realms of religious laws and setting a precedent for women's rights in India. High courts have also made significant strides in environmental law. In 2017, the Uttarakhand High Court declared the rivers Ganga and Yamuna as living entities, emphasizing the need for their conservation. This revolutionary judgment underscored the High Court's ability to interpret the law innovatively for the greater good. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the importance of high courts. They are the guardians of the Constitution, ensuring that the rule of law is upheld in their respective states. They have the power to issue writs for the enforcement of fundamental rights, thereby acting as a check on the abuse of power by the authorities. They also play a significant role in interpreting the Constitution, shaping its meaning and application over time. In addition, high courts are the first point of appeal for a large number of cases. They serve as a critical link in the judicial hierarchy between the lower courts and the Supreme Court. They ensure that justice is not just done, but is also seen to be done. Their decisions, therefore, have a wide-ranging impact, not just on the litigants involved, but on the larger society as well. The high courts also play a pivotal role in the development of law. Their judgments often serve as precedents for lower courts, guiding their decision-making process. They contribute to the evolution of law, making it more responsive to the changing needs of society. High courts have undeniably left an indelible mark on the Indian judiciary. They continue to shape the legal landscape of the country, promoting justice, equality, and the rule of law. From being established during the British era to becoming the defenders of law and justice, high courts have come a long way. They have evolved and expanded, adapting to the changing dynamics of society and have continuously strived to uphold the rule of law. They are the pillars that support the grand structure of India's legal system. The establishment of the first High Court marked a significant milestone in India's legal history, laying the groundwork for a system that would serve as the guardian of the Constitution. The roles and functions of High Courts have since then expanded, facilitating the enforcement of rights and ensuring justice. The impact and importance of High Courts cannot be overstated. They are instrumental in interpreting the law, protecting the rights of citizens, and ensuring the smooth functioning of the democratic process. They serve as a vanguard of justice, safeguarding the principles of fairness and equality. Indeed, High Courts are the beacon of justice, illuminating the path of righteousness for the largest democracy in the world.